What's poppin' everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic out there today. Guys, it is once again time for one of my favorite episodes to do here on my channel, and seeing that we do have an update coming around the corner here very soon, I thought it made a ton of sense. We're going to be taking a look at some of the absolute best update ideas thought up by you talented people out there in the community. I love doing this episode for two different big reasons. Number one, throw out amazing ideas out there in the community. You never know, maybe Supercell might catch on to something such as this, as well as number two, give some credit to some of the other creators out there in the community that might not be getting as much recognition as other places, right? You'd be surprised just how much the creators that we're going to be featuring here in today's video help push Brawl Stars forward. It is insane. So yeah, guys, hopefully you're all excited for today's video. Let's get straight away into the amazing ideas. Here we go! Alright everyone, so we don't have any time to waste here in today's video because we have a ton of amazing ideas to get through. And what I normally like to start off here in these types of videos is taking a look at a few new second gadget ideas or star power ideas. We have our first idea here by VadeIK804, a second gadget for Byron that I thought was a really good idea. We have ups and downs. Byron's next attack slows down enemies for 3.5 seconds or speeds up teammates for 3.5 seconds. I feel like this gadget really fits Byron's vibe that he already has going on for him here in the community. On one hand, you can deal damage to the enemies, and on the other hand, you can support your teammates by healing them up. So why not give him even more to his toolkit, being able to slow down the enemies and speed up your teammates? I think it would make him very mechanical and fun to use. A really cool idea. Moving along to our next one, this a star power rework to Surge made by Razor Force X 7 days ago, getting a ton of love by the community, and I thought it was a really good idea. It's called To the Max. Every 5 seconds, Surge's next attack will split after hitting a wall or reaching max distance. So it's almost like a flashback to when Surge was insanely broken, having this ability every single shot that he shot out. But making it a little less OP if you ask me, needing to wait 5 seconds for that ability to pop up. Kind of gives me Sprout vibes here in the game with his star power. I feel like this would allow Surge to play just a little bit more smart as opposed to just like gadgeting in on someone 3-tapping trying to get to your final tier. You could play back, play a little bit more passive, try to get that long range chip damage with this star power. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And the final bit of second gadget ideas that we're going to be ripping through here in today's videos by Turtle123, and he came up with 12 different ideas. So we're going to run through this as fast as possible, but again, getting a ton of love by the community with 3K upvotes. I'll add another to the mix. So the very first one here is Buzz. On duty, Buzz puts his chair down, bringing water with it, making a slippery area around the chair, maybe kind of mimicking the way Lou's super interacts with Brawlers in the game. Pretty dang interesting. Getting into the sixth gadget idea here. We're not going to go through all of them. I think it would take a little bit too long, but picking out the ones I enjoy most. But this one is called Perfume. Ems heals half of how much damage her attack can do. I thought this would be interesting for another healing mechanic to Ems. This way you could use the star power plus a gadget on top of that to just be a healing machine. I really enjoyed this idea, maybe a small little tweak to it, but it's really interesting. It's called Tunnel. Jackie digs a tunnel, letting all brawlers go down and get to the other side of the tunnel, like a teleporter. I think it might be a little bit too overpowered if you could take your whole entire team with you, but I think it'd be really cool to have Jackie being able to have somewhat of a mobility mechanic other than her gadget. On top of that, being able to kind of teleport across the map, almost like a Primo jumping or a Bull using his super. It might make Jackie really overpowered, but an interesting concept, right? Moving along to one here for Colette. As we all know, her first gadget, her only gadget in the game, is more of an offensive one, but this one a more defensive one, healing Heart. Colette drops a heart from her scrapbook that heals all friendly brawlers when they step on the heart. So this would be almost like a makeshift healing pad. I would love for it to be temporary, right? Not just once you activate your next gadget, it goes away. But I really like the concept of having a defensive build for Colette as well as an offensive one. So you could take the push star power along with the first gadget and then the shield star power along with this gadget for a more defensive playstyle. And the final one of the 12 that we're going to be getting into is one for Griff, and I thought it was really funny. It's called Giant Coin. Griff gets a giant coin that knocks back enemies when hit. A very straightforward one, and I think it's hilarious. But next, switching gears, everyone, getting away from the gadget and star power ideas, we have a creator here, Narek265, made 20 days ago. Some trait ideas. You guys, I've been really enjoying these trait ideas over here on Reddit. As you all know, in this most recent update, tanks now have a trait where if they are dealt damage, they charge up their super slightly. Now, I think that was a specific trait just for the tanks, a way to make them a bit better here in the meta, more conducive for other game modes, but I like the ideas for different traits. This one specifically is, this brawler charges super while standing. Might be a little bit broken, but hey, you never know. Maybe it wouldn't be that broken, right? You're kind of incentivized to be around the map, being where you're needed, so standing in place just to charge that super might be kind of devastating for your team, but would be worth it for some brawlers? You never know. Here's another trait idea by Mr. Doggo 33. This brawler charges their super while in a bush. I don't think I would enjoy it at all. But I like the ideas. They're fun, right? A new trait is almost like a new ability in the game, so what would make the most sense for different brawlers? But my goodness, in Showdown, oh my gosh, I don't need a Rosa bush camping the whole entire match just for one super. And just for the memes, we have Can't Get Any Name, made 35 days ago. This brawler charges super by dealing damages. Pretty sure every single brawler can do that. But yeah, guys, if you're out there in the community making some of these concept ideas, I would really enjoy some more fun ideas for these traits in the game. They're relatively new, so more the merrier. They're really interesting. This one, not so much. It's just a big old troll. All right, so next, hopping straight away into a somewhat game-changing implementation. So this one is definitely a reach, but I thought it was really interesting. Made by Ari Hagria 1 year ago. Holy crap. But this concept is called heart coins. If we scroll through here, as you can see, it's a somewhat different currency that you can utilize while in matchmaking, which we will be getting into a little bit more in depth. But you can take a look at the heart coins for each of the people that you're playing up against. Pretty dang cool, but I think you'll like it more once we get into the explanation. So we're not going to read the whole thing, but Ari Hagria explains here, heart coins, this type of token can only be unlocked as bonus items from boxes. It is slightly rarer than token doublers and comes with 30 to 50 pieces per box. What's it for? Basically, it's for evaluating other players, especially randoms. You can give up to 5 heart coins per random teammate after a match. To avoid abusing like pushing yourself with mini accounts, there is a limit of 5 heart coins per week when you play with your friends. Additionally, you can give heart coins to players in Brawl TV. There is a limit of 5 heart coins per day. But jumping ahead here, a little bit more on this. With this new currency, there will be a new experience road called Heart Coin Road. After getting a certain amount of heart coins, you will be able to lock special badges. For example, when you reach 2,000 heart coins, you will get the diamond badge, and as a reward, 1,000 gold. And then Ari Hagria goes on in explaining in that final paragraph that the whole reason behind this is basically so you don't get bad randoms on your team, right? You are incentivized to play a little bit better, not DC, not do anything harmful for your team, so then you can get awarded heart coins by your teammates if you do play better, so that you can buy certain things with these coins. I think it's a pretty rough around the edges idea as well as a huge implementation, but I thought it was a pretty interesting concept, right? Being able to see how many heart coins you've accumulated. Maybe you go click on a random profile, seeing he has a crap ton of heart coins, then he must be a pretty decent random. I thought it was a pretty awesome idea. Moving along to another idea here by Ari Hagria that I really enjoyed to help improve match end screens. As you guys know, we have the play again function, but how cool would it be if we had a more in-depth end screen like this? We only have 10 seconds to do it, but I thought it would be really cool. If you're hitting it off with a team, you're really enjoying playing with these people on your team, but there's just one brawler pick that is kind of holding you back, you're able to suggest a different brawler and then select that brawler that the person suggests. Being able to physically change your brawler at the match end screen, I think it's a really cool concept. Might be pretty dang hard to implement as well as function in 10 seconds, but I like the ability to be able to customize your team comps while in this play again screen, because sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to randoms. Guys, I love finding amazing play again randoms, and why not be able to continue that relationship? I'm all for it. Okay, guys, you all know I enjoy my pins here in Brawl Stars. We have a post made by M1N1M1NT. What is up with these names, man? Made 31 days ago, but we have some new pins. We have face palm pins as well as thumbs down pins. I think those are really, really toxic, but I do love new ideas for pin emotions, right? We just had clapping being implemented to the game, but another one that I am all for, a new epic pin, a whistling pin, which in a way might also be a little bit toxic, but how cool would it be if you make like a good play, or you're just kind of heading into lane, you're whistling, you're having a good time, a pretty easy game, just whistling, having a good time, as well as I would think that the animations would be so dang stellar for those whistling pins. Like I said before, there is so much potential for pins here in the future of Brawl Stars, so it's always fun to play around with new ideas here, so I love it. How about this one, you guys? I thought this was so dang cool. I don't know if this would be implemented into the game or anything like that, but it was a really cool idea here by Lil Mozo. 9 days ago, night mode in Brawl Stars, maybe like a Halloween event or something like that, but all the button controls as well as the people are glowed up on the map. This way it's actually really hard to see the obstacles, adding a different dimension of difficulty to Brawl Stars that we don't really know of here so far in the game. The boxes are really difficult to see. You're more focused on the brawlers that are glowed up, right? So I don't know, maybe it would make for some faster paced game modes with a bunch of action and stuff like that, seeing that you are focused on the brawlers that are glowed up. Who the heck knows? I think it's a really cool concept. All right, so we only have a few more left before we get into the brawler concepts, but taking a look at an idea made 81 days ago by Darkness. Darkness. Now, you guys, I don't play a whole lot of Power League in Brawl Stars, but I play it enough to know that this is a great idea because I've come across this problem already, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well. But it's a very quick, easy, simple fix to help out the team lead if he's maybe not accustomed to knowing who to ban on a certain map. This way, he can get the aid of his teammates to ban a certain brawler. You'd have a little chat bubble on your screen to help pick a brawler to ban. And it would make a lot of sense, right? In a competitive setting, if you were, say, in a tournament with some friends of yours, you would be able to kind of discuss who you would want to ban for the upcoming maps and stuff like that. So why not have that ability in Power League? I think it's a fantastic idea. Very simple fix. Also, just to put icing on top of the cake, I love this idea. Another thing that I don't really love about Power League is not being able to change your skin at the match end screen, or if you queue into it with a specific brawler, you can quickly select a skin that you want to switch out. I think that's a cool idea. And then the final couple that I want to get into before we hop into the new brawler concepts is here once again made by Ari Hagria. He went and made a ton of different club improvement ideas. This one is part 1. I'm sure we all know this by now, but club interaction and social aspects here in Brawl Stars are pretty weak, I would say, so I think some of these are really, really good ideas. But the additional club settings, you have kick cooldowns for vice presidents. You can change the club name, and this one is for star points. I kind of like that. That's pretty dang cool. As well as you can select pins in club chat. You can turn it on or off. Getting into club improvement idea number 2 here made by Ari Hagria, more badge icons for clubs. Guys, the badge icons that we've had here in Brawl Stars have been the same exact badges forever, since the game has been created, I believe. So more badges, why the heck not? That's really cool. And then club improvement number 3 that I am so on board with. Can you guys believe that we can't use pins in club chat yet in Brawl Stars? I think that is absolutely insane. How fun would it be to be able to flex on your club mates that you just pulled a cool pin, man? You want to celebrate with your friends in your club, right? I think that's so dang good. Being able to utilize your pins in different ways, as well as have that club interaction, the social impact in your clubs a bit higher. I think it's great. But like I said before, everyone, we are now transitioning into our brawler concepts here at the very end of the video, and I only have one for you all today, and I really, really like the concept made by Clash Royale 16. And I just want to mention that Clash Royale is responsible for one of my absolute favorite new brawler concept ideas here made in the community, and that is of course for Cassie. I would suggest you guys watch the video when we break her down. She is so dang cool. But this brawler's name is Amelia the Aviator, looking really, really cool. I love the way the brawler looks and a new kind of vibe, right? The cool thing about Brawl Stars and its characters is it's very diverse. There's a lot of brawlers who have their own unique abilities and vibe to them. So my goodness, an aviator, why the heck not? You gotta commend how much work Clash Royale put into this new brawler concept, even writing up different voice lines for specific emotions in the game. It's so amazing. Well done. But getting into what Amelia would end up doing here in the game, she is a chromatic brawler with 3,560 HP. Moving along to the attack, propelling spin. Amelia throws a spinning plane propeller from right to left, and the propeller stays spinning for a couple of seconds, dealing extra damage to those hit by it. Those are the damage statistics, but then getting into the super, which I think is my favorite thing about her. It's called Crash Landing. Amelia's 8th wonder. Plane swoops down and she'll hop into it, granting her flight, similar to Nani's super, for a short amount of time. Once she reaches an enemy, her plane will crash down, dealing higher damage in the center of the crash radius and less at the ends of it. The crash leaves an area of fire that deals burn damage to enemies in it. Amelia floats down with a parachute before the plane crashes. Now, I'm not going to be reading word for word what the star powers as well as gadgets do, but I'll leave it up on the screen if you guys want to read it for yourselves. But the base mechanics for Amelia are so dang cool. One of my favorite mechanics in Brawl Stars, and one of the more unique mechanics that I think we all enjoy, is piloting Peep, Nani's super. It's such a cool idea, so having another brawler kind of fitting that same bill, I think would be a ton of fun. Make sure to let me know what you guys are thinking on that one. But yeah, everyone, that's just about it here for today's video. Like I said before, these are always some of my favorite videos to go through, being able to see what you guys are putting out there in the community, because as we all know by now, the dev team definitely takes a look at what we're creating here in different platforms, on Reddit, on Twitter, things like that. So make sure to keep the great ideas coming. It definitely helps to push Brawl Stars forward in a huge way. So yeah, thank you guys for all your hard work out there. But yeah, you guys, if you ended up enjoying the video, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, everybody.